Live and serve that those who know you will be inspired to a finer living. We have too many who use their strength and intellect to exploit others for selfish gains. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their skills and abilities to be the common good. Build America on the solid foundations of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence to God. Whatever others may do, you will leave behind with you a record which every scout may be proud.
At this time, I would like to recognize all Eagle Scouts present with us today. Would you each please stand, introduce yourself, and state the year you earned your Eagle rank, as well as your troop and council affiliation.
I'm Rudy Porter. Next was
Name, year, and troop, as well as council affiliation.
okay. So name Rudy Porter. Year 2017, July 13th specifically is when I had my Eagle Book review. I'm in Troop 511, and it is of the Spirit of Adventure Council.
Travis Sari, 1998, Troop 15.
Ryan Markman, 1997, Troop 15.
Bill Kodamash, 1976, Nashua, at Troop 272.
Joey Brisson, Troop 15, 2018.
Scott Massessa, Troop 405, 2016.
Michael Bordeaux, Troop 15, 2012.
David Rideau, Troop 15, 2016. All right.
Chris Moore, Troop 15, 2018.
All right, please remain standing.
I ask all Eagles in the room to please make the Scout sign and repeat after me. I reaffirm my allegiance
I reaffirm my allegiance
to the three promises of the Scout Oath
to the three promises of the Scout Oath,
and take upon myself
take upon myself
the obligations and responsibilities
the obligations and responsibilities
of an Eagle Scout.
of an Eagle Scout.
On my honor, I will do my best
On my honor, I will do my best
to make my training an example,
To
to make my training an example,
my rank and my influence
my rank and my influence
count strongly for better scouting
count strongly for better scouting
and for better citizenship in my troop,
and for better citizenship in my troop,
in my country,
in my country,
and in my contact with other people.
and in my contact with other people.
I pledge my sacred honor.
I pledge my sacred honor.
Please remain standing. David, please remain standing. The other Eagles may sit.
Thank you. It's now time for the highlight of our program, the presentation of the Eagle Scout Award. I would like to ask Scoutmaster Mr. Moore to come forward to make the presentation. All right.
Would Eagle Scouts Rudy Poirier and David Bordeaux please escort David's parents to the front for David's presentation? Somehow we gotta get David to the front as well. That part. A little bit best. So, let's see, who can I pick? I'm gonna ask Mr. Reardon to stand up. Please escort David to the front for his Eagle Award presentation. Thanks. Appreciate it. David, the devotion and perseverance of your family, Scout leaders, and fellow Scouts have helped you toward attaining this goal. Having confirmed all readiness for the reception of this award, it is now time to formally present this high badge of accomplishment to you. Your father will now replace your Troop 15 neckerchief with the Eagle neckerchief. We can hug there, right? Thank you very much. We worked too hard for that, right, parents? Come on. We'll get to Mom in a minute, sir. You're jumping the gun. Your mother will now get to pin the Eagle Award on your Scout uniform. There we go. Perfect. David, your mother has helped you a great deal in your scouting journey. She's watched you grow into the young man that you are today. As a symbol of what your mother has made possible, I'd like to ask you to present your mother with a miniature eagle pin. Three hugs out of that. That's awesome. David, as your assistant den leader and assistant scoutmaster, your father has worked with you throughout your scouting career. He's always been there for you, attending events and supporting you on your trail to Eagle. Please present your father with the father's pin. Ladies and gentlemen, with the authority vested in me by the National Court of Honor and the Boy Scouts of America, it's my privilege and pleasure to introduce you to our newest Eagle Scout, David Morris. I would now like to ask Rudy and David to please escort David's parents back to their seats. You stay right there. Thank you very much. You can stay right there. One of the great things about Eagle Scout as well is that the journey doesn't end there. In many ways, the journey begins there. One of the things that you can also earn before your time in the troop is done are called Eagle Palms. Eagle Palms in the past used to require more times of longer time of service in the troop and whatnot, but it's really focused on the number of merit badges. Now, when a scout earns his Eagle Award, depending on the number of merit badges he has earned at that time, he is awarded various Eagle Palms that he has earned. David has earned the Bronze Eagle Palm for 20, well, I think it's 5 or 6 more merit badges after the 21 that are required. So I have that to present to you as well. This would typically get worn on your Eagle badge, so it's there. It's like the Eagle rank badge that's there. So now I'm going to put in your success. No, I'm not done with you yet, sir. I have far more accoutrement to give you. The National Eagle Scout Association was launched on May 19, 1972, with the purpose of identifying Eagle Scouts and providing a manpower resource for local councils. NESA is a group of young men searching for dynamic and challenging leadership roles. The objective of NESA is to serve Eagle Scouts, and through them, the entire movement of scouting. Troop 15 is very proud to provide David with a 5-year membership in NESA. We now present him with a NESA neckerchief and slide as a symbol of this membership. One of the things that we learn in Wood Badge is that when we present neckerchiefs, we never take off the old one. That way you are always in uniform. I'm not going to do this blindly. There's more in the script. Let's see. Let's see what we're at. Yes, David has presentations to make, but I have one last presentation. So my own little gift piece for David. First, I start with David's father, who's been my right-hand man as an ASM in the troop ever since I've gotten in here. It's been a huge help, and now will be the Scoutmaster for our girl unit, Troop 15, which has already started out. I was always, when I got involved in Scouts as a leader, I was always jealous of these cars I'd see driving down the road with that bumper sticker on it. You know what I'm talking about. So I had to get Jeff. I'm proud of my Eagle Scout. Last but not least, I always like to get the boys something for their Eagle. So I was up at the Scout store. We were camping at Camp Carpenter a couple weekends back. And so I was poking through all the Eagle stuff and I found this shirt, so that was perfect for David. It starts with Eagle badge in the front. On the back it says, Eagle has landed.
Ooh, I'm nervous. I gotta speak. All right. Hello, everyone. I would like to thank you.
Here we sit.
Like birds in the wilderness, birds in the wilderness.
I knew you'd do that. All right. Hello, everyone. I would like to thank you for coming today to share this special day with me. As Chris said just now, I have a couple. Mr. Bourne said just now, I have a couple things I want to give to some very special people as a thanks for all they've done to help me get here. So with that being said, can Mr. Bourne come to the front, please? stay up here and do that all you want. Okay. Mr. Bourne has played a huge role in getting me to where I am now. When I was younger, he pushed me to my limits, and when I needed help with my projects, he was a huge contributor in both the planning and the executing of it. Mr. Bourne is an incredibly responsive and persistent man, and I know that without his help, I certainly would not be here today. Mr. Bourne, I just want to thank you for all of the great lessons that you've taught me throughout these past few years, and present you with this mentor's pin and this gift. Thank you.
Can I open it here? At the table, when I get home? On the
Now.
entry?
Yeah. Oh,
Perfect.
open it.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. Don't come back up. Yeah, I wasn't done with you yet.
See how quickly they do learn.
I also want to present you with this plaque, which commemorates all of the Troop 15 Scouts that you have helped to achieve the rank of Eagle as our Scoutmaster.
How special? Very special.
Thank you.
I'm about to talk about your family. I'd also just like to thank the Bourne family for all their help on the project, as they were a big help in getting everything done, and especially Mrs. Bourne for everything she did for this Court of Honor, and for the troop as a whole. Thanks again, Mr. Bourne and the Bourne family. You may now be seated. Now, can I have Mrs. Bordeaux to the front, please? Okay. So I would now like to thank Mrs. Bordeaux for everything she's done for me over these many years. Mrs. Bordeaux has been helping me with different scouting challenges and adventures since I was in Cub Scouts, as she mentioned previously. She's had a huge role in my scouting career. As a Boy Scout, she helped me overcome my fear of going underwater that I developed during an active experience when I was really little. I didn't shred your leg. They tried to dump me in there, so that's, yeah. Just so that I could earn the swimming merit badge. And for that badge, she even went out of her way to bring us to the NYCA so that I could practice. She was also my merit badge counselor for some of my Eagle required merit badges. Then during the actual Eagle project, she did a lot, including going with my mom during the project to buy donuts and pizza for workers, and painting the gazebo. She's been there every step of the way. Mrs. Bordeaux, I would like to present you with this mentor's pin and this gift. Yeah. For everything, in recognition of everything that you've done for me. So, you know what, she can just go back to her seat. But I also want to talk about the Bordeaux family as a whole now. Mr. Bordeaux has also had a large role in my scouting career, from helping me my first year at summer camp, to being a merit badge counselor, to helping me execute the woodworking section of my Eagle project. I want to thank you so much for being, I lost myself. Wait a minute. Don't redo it. No. Where's go? It's not that big. Okay. For being there for me and for helping me greatly in getting me to where I am now. Thank you. Now I'd like to acknowledge their sons, David and Michael, and everything they've done for me. Now, ever since I was a Cub Scout, I've known these guys. David was in my den, and Michael was my den chief. David has always been a good friend to me throughout my scouting years, and I've always looked up to Michael as sort of a role model. It was actually at his Eagle Court of Honor that I first said, "Mom, I think I want to be an Eagle Scout someday." Even though Michael aged out of the troop not long after I joined it, I've still looked up to him in the way he conducts himself and his amazing scout skills. And David has been running this race with me for years until he aged out last year. He has always been there for me through thick and thin. We both had a mutual friend in the troop named Alex Rossman when we were both still younger scouts, as I basically mentioned before. Alex was an amazing guy whose friendship David and I cherished greatly. However, while he was still in the Scouts, Alex passed away, and that really shocked the two of us. Still, even when we were hurting from the loss of our friend, we were still there for each other, and I think we both helped each other to get through that time together. I'd like to mention Mr. Rossman and Alex's sister Michaela are here with us today. Joy and her, Michaela, are really good friends, and they are going to be enjoying the new Girls Troop 15 together. They're great family friends, and I am glad they can be here with us today. David, I especially want to thank you for being there with me, running this race alongside me, even after you completed your own race to Eagle. I am glad to now be able to say that I have finished it as well. Thank you. I'm just going to say please be seated. Now, speaking of David's Eagle Court of Honor, he did something there that I hope becomes a tradition at Troop 15. During it, David gave me a commemorative Eagle coin. Not this exact one, but a different one that I want to keep. As a reminder to never give up and to keep on going until you succeed. I would like to do the same for someone else now. However, this person is actually not here with us today. He wasn't able to make it. Still, I'd like to share with you all that I'd like to present this commemorative Eagle coin to Alex Pittman at the next Troop Court of Honor. Hopefully this will inspire him to keep on going and to become an Eagle Scout as well. You can clap for that. Now I'd like to please have everyone who helped me with the project in any way to stand up. You guys have all been critical of my project, and I just want to take this time to thank you all for your help. Without your efforts, my project would never have gotten completed, and I especially want to recognize a couple of very special people, besides those I've already mentioned, who went the extra mile to help me with my project. I would like to thank Mr. Workman for all the invaluable woodworking advice and help. I would also like to thank my friends from Massachusetts